Hey guys, it's Chelsa Messenger with Picks and Parlays. We're talking baseball headed to Boston where the Red Sox are hosting the A's. This game is basically a pick'em. We've got Oakland at minus 102, Red Sox at minus 108 as of now. Total is 9.5 runs. We've got Sean Manaea on the mound for the A's, 3-1 with a 3.07 ERA. And then Garrett Richards making a bit of a comeback. He's 2-2 with a 4.54 ERA, but has been a lot better as of late. In his last three starts, 2-0 with a 2.84 ERA. So some good pitching going in this one. We've got Ross Benjamin here to help us out on this one. Ross, who do you like, or what's the play?
Well, let's take a look at the starting pitching matchup. Sean Manaea had a terrible 2021 debut. Since then, I go by team starts, Chelsea. You know, at the end of the day, if your team wins with that pitcher on the mound, you got a winning bet. A lot of people look at decisions. I look at team starts. And having said that, Sean Manaea is 6-0 in his last six team starts, which means the last 6 games he started, Oakland has won. And his 2.23 ERA and 0.96 whip had a lot to do with that. Now, if you look at his history at Fenway Park, it's horrible. 3 starts at Fenway, absolutely atrocious. But his last start at Fenway came way back in 2018. And I'm telling you, that Red Sox team in 2018 and 2017 was a heck of a lot better than the one he's going to face tomorrow night. And also, Manaea was in his infant stages of his Major League Baseball career then as well. You mentioned Garrett Richards. Sort of been a Jekyll and Hyde, Chelsea. 4 starts on the road this year, tremendous in those outings. But in 2 at Fenway Park, a 13.49 ERA and a 2.85 whip, and he lasted just a combined 6 2/3 innings pitched in those outings. Both of these teams have weird home and away splits. Boston, 12-5 on the road, but just 10-10 at home, while Oakland, 13-11 at home, but a very good 9-4 on the road with the game pending tonight as well. Since 2019, I was very surprised to see this, but I'm sure some of you will be surprised to hear this. Boston is 17-37 when facing winning teams at home, which is that you would have never thought if you went back 3 or 4 years, Boston would have that kind of record, but that's been the case over the last couple of years. And after a 1-7 start, this is an Oakland team that's won 21 of their last 30. I'm going with Oakland here, Chelsea, minus 102 at Boston.
Right. These are both teams that started off super cold, but have heated up as the season have progressed. But I think what really stands out to me is, like you mentioned, the A's on the road have been cash money, 9-4 on the road. And then for some reason, the Red Sox are not good at home. You mentioned it over the past few years, and this year, same thing. The only other stat I see, the Red Sox are good against lefties, 8-3 so far against left-handed pitching. However, you know, the starter isn't always the whole story. We're talking about a bullpen here, especially since starters don't go usually more than 5 in today's baseball games. So definitely factor in the bullpen here. I think 9.5 is a little too high for my liking. I think I would probably take an under in this one at first glance. I'd probably need to see how the one tonight went before pulling the trigger there, just to see how many of the bullpen arms get used. But it just seems like Oakland, it's usually them scratching out runs, usually late in games. And so I think the under was where I would be leaning. Do you have any thoughts on a total?
Yeah, I sort of agree with you, because if you look at Oakland's bullpen, they've been terrific on the road. If you look at the fact that Boston is 8-3 against left-handed pitching, but you look at their offensive numbers in those games, Chelsea, not very good. They're winning more so because of pitching in those contests more than anything else. So, yeah, I don't have a lean on the total, but I don't disagree with your prediction.
Right, and the A's hot to the under went on the road at 9-4 to the under on the road. So one final little tidbit. That's going to do it for our baseball talk here on Picks and Parlays. Great stuff from Ross Benjamin, as always. Ross, thanks for joining us. All right, if you like what we're doing, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you want to be notified every time we post a new video or go live, just hit that bell and turn on notifications.